This video is made possible by the following cuties. You can check out the gear they provide for me in the description below.
Hey guys, Jimmy here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. So yes, we are back at the Nordschleife for another episode of the Nordschleife Hot Lap Challenge, despite me saying that I was going to stop doing this series. Go figure. But the reason I've been brought out of semi-retirement is because of this absolute weapon you see before you. Now, I've driven fast cars around the Nordschleife before, the Lotus 98 TF1 car, the Red Bull X2010, the Porsche 919 Evo Hybrid, but this is a different level. So this cute little box boy is the Honda Acti K truck. I think it's pronounced Acti anyway. And it boasts some rather impressive figures. First of all, this boy is light, weighing in at only 670 kilograms, and also boasts a mid-engine layout, leading for it to be referred to as the Farm Road of Ferrari in Japan. So basically, it's a supercar. And let's talk about the party piece, that is the engine. This Honda Acti is powered by a 656cc 3-cylinder, producing a lofty power figure of 41 brake horsepower. Now, it's been a little while since I've driven a box around the Nordschleife. In fact, that last box was the Ligier JS08, as made by our boy Gary, and that did a time of 14 minutes and 5 seconds here at the Green Hell, so that is the time to beat for our little Honda. Okay then, here we are in our Honda Acti. I've just completed my outlap, and my god was it quick. I could barely keep this thing under control. So real talk for a second though, this is a car, truck, van, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to be changing gears too much in this. Gear changes cost you a lot of time and a lot of momentum. We only have 40 horsepower or so to play with in this thing, so losing any speed on braking or downshifting, we have to try and avoid that as much as we can, and basically just yeet every corner, just go through as quick as possible. You can see I'm even wearing my boots as well, that's how serious I'm taking this lap, but this thing actually is okay, accelerates fairly well in the lower gears, revs to like 7,500 RPM, which is pretty crazy for this little 3-cylinder. Let's see if we can do a wheel spin here. Oh, light him up, baby! There you go! We are away for our hot lap here at the Nordschleife in our Honda Acti K van. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Sorry if I am. I'm sure you've already corrected me like 4,000 times in the comments by now. You can see I've got my speedo up there on the A pillar, just as a kind of like I'm treating it like one of those kind of aftermarket gauges you get, but with a speedo instead. Hope you like the little touch there. Anyway, coming onto our flying out lap now. I'm going to try and do this corner in 4th gear, not really brake for it that much. Oh, mid-engine there, helped me turn in easy. And onto our flying lap, a 14 minutes and 5 seconds to beat. Let's see what we can do. So, coming into the first corner, I'm just going to try and keep it in 4th gear for this section because we very quickly go back downhill again and start building up that speed. So shifting down there would have cost us time. And now we get up into 5th gear, there you go. Our top gear of this car, truck, whatever. You can see the handling prowess of this thing. We're on tiny little bicycle tyres as well, so we don't really have much grip, but you don't need it in this thing. So, to be honest, bigger tyres will just slow us down because of the friction, I think. So, 4th gear through here. Literally just back on the throttle all the way, straight away. You can really throw it over the curbs here. In fact, you have to. The ground clearance is so much that I could probably stand up and this car will drive over me. So, we've got a lot of room to play with on the curbs. Just a dab on the brakes to turn in. There you go, not scrubbing off too much speed. Use a curb there on the entry and exit. And up to 5th. You see, it's actually quite fun to drive this thing. It might be a little bit slow, but driving it with the momentum is actually a really good laugh. So coming up to the Flublatz, over we go. I'm going to keep it in 5th gear. Tempted to shift down to 4th there as the revs drop a little bit, but to be honest, it's not worth it. You just end up losing time on the shift. So it's all about keeping that momentum. That's going to be the key word for this run around Nords today. And now we basically just wait until we get to the next corner down the bottom of the hill here. So max speed of this thing's about 130 k's if you believe the info screen, but we're getting a bit higher. 132 there, about 85 mile an hour, 80 mile an hour or so. Not too bad. And then easy flat over here because we're not really carrying any speed at all. In fact, it's easy to turn too much here and just go off into the in the barrier there. I have no idea when to brake, but I'm going to try nice and late. Down the 4th gear, heel and toe, become a fucking baller. And there you go. Nice and panic-free. Now again, this is where we're going to hit our top speed on the lap. So what's the speed of there? About 135 k's is where the RPM starts to give out. So you go 134, 135, still going. 140, 141. The heady heights of 141 kilometers an hour. And then suddenly we are met by our arch nemesis, a hill, and we are slowed right down again. Now this is a section which actually have to be quite committed to, so I'm going to do my best through here to try and carry as much speed as possible. Fourth gear, not going to touch third gear. Want to touch third, but you can't. Oh, I understeered there. Carried too much speed in. I was being too aggressive. What a madman. And the great thing about driving one of these kind of slower cars is I have an absolute age to wave to the Rebel Tree. Hello, Rebel Tree. Good to see you, my guy. Haven't spoken for a while. Good to have a catch-up every now and then. And then, of course, we can just yeet into these corners and not have to worry at all about even looking at the brake or coming off the throttle pedal. We do for this corner, though. Using the gears to slow down. That on the throttle. Nice and quick. Nice and easy. Now, this is probably the most challenging corner on the circuit, or one of them anyway. It's off camber downhill. We'll keep it in fourth, though. It's always tempting to shift down through here, but aim for that little white line. Doesn't exist in real life, I can tell you that. Well, not anymore, it doesn't anyway. And then progress. So coming up now to miss, hit, miss. I wonder if I can do that in this trucko. So miss. Gonna go for the second one there. Hit and miss. Brilliant. Brilliant. This thing is an absolute track weapon. Now we've got heavy braking now. This is where the rear can get a bit light. There you go, a bit of oversteer on the way in. Say oversteer. Rear just coming around a bit. And then smash the throttle and we're out. You pretty much stand fourth gear through most of this course. Fifth and the faster stuff, but for anything else, you just fourth and fifth gear really all the way through. Oh, that's not the line I wanted to take. So fourth gear on the way in here. Again, Cam wants to push us out, and you can hear the sound of that mighty three-cylinder bellowing off the walls. Might have to take a downshift here. Come on! The carton strap there. Not really working too well. And not quite. Fifth gear, get over this little hump. Actually, I'm going to keep it in fourth gear, because we're going to have to shift down again anyway. There you go. 7,500 RPM. Tap the brakes just to get the car turned, and then we're on the throttle now for quite some time. Oh man. Might as well check my emails while I'm here. So as you can tell by my rather interesting lines up the hill here, I was genuinely checking and replying to emails coming up the hill. It's a good car to multitask, this one. I think that, you don't appreciate that enough in some of the faster cars around here. So coming up now to a corner that is just terrifying in real life, but in this thing it's just a nice... I'm just slowing down, the three cylinders relaxed. It's pulling as hard as it can. It's trying its best, alright? Don't be judging it. And now we'll make our way up very slowly towards the carousel. Come on then. You can do it, old girl. I believe. Now I'm going to leave it in four through here. I tried third in my outlap. It was a bit too short, so we'll just stab the brakes. I forget the brakes are really effective because you don't weigh anything in this car. So I touched the brakes there and had F1 style of stopping, it felt like. And now coming up to the carousel, I'm going to just try and not... Maybe just a dab of the brakes on the way in. Maybe. We'll see. See if we can just... No, it's going to be a little bit of a break on the way in. Oh, it tried to break out. The little minx. It tried to get away from me there. Yeah, I took a tiny bit too much speed in there and faced the consequences. And why are there so many hills on this damn track? My little K-truck don't like it. But this now is the fun section. This is a section that is really fun in any car, especially in something like this where you have limited power, because you just have to make the most of every apex, every bit of momentum. So if I can get up this hill, we can start that off. We'll even be shifting up to fifth gear at some point. Come on, you. There you go. Just coming, just grazing the curb, using as much track as possible, so I don't scrub these tyres at all. Now here we are, downhill. This is what this car likes. So we'll take fifth gear, give it some encouragement. We should be quite easy flat down the section. This is Vipperman, and this is the line that Nicky Katzberg showed me. There you go, coming into play now on the most important lap of my life, so thank you, Nicky, I appreciate that. Little dab up here. Get the car to the inside, let it roll out a little bit to the left, and then come back over to the right for this next series of corners. Having to play the throttle and brake down here. Understeering a little bit there, that's okay, that's not too bad. The second one we've got to take a late apex, there's a big curb on the inside. Oh my word, this thing. The power, the understeer. We should be flat up here, really. No, just a tiny lift there, just to let the truck settle. We might take 4th gear here. I'll think about it. We'll see how we go on the way in. I'm going to keep 5th. The revs did drop a little bit there, but we're going straight back downhill again, so the shift doesn't really make sense. This section is so much scarier in any other car. It's kind of pleasant in this car. It's like a little Sunday drive, really. Easy flat up here. It's almost like driving a car with massive downforce when you're going a lot quicker. A lot of these corners are just flat. Now, a reminder, if you look at the timer there, our time to beat is a 14 minutes and 5 seconds. So far, I think we're onto that, mainly because we have a much higher top speed than the Ligier did. This has a top speed of about 130 k's, 140 down the hill, of course, whereas the Ligier has a top speed of about 100 k's, about 60 mile an hour. So we're really rocketing around here in our little K truck. It's coming up to this last section now. This section used to caused me so many problems back in the day, especially this left-hander because of how off camber it is and annoying it is. You've got to slow down, turn in nice and early, allow the car to then run to the exit. And now the second carousel. Can I do the second carousel flat, I wonder? No, I'm going to little lift. I thought about it, and the way the truck was behaving there made me think, no, it's not going to do it. But you have time. You have time to adjust before you get to a corner. Think, oh, I've gone a bit too quickly. Let me just adjust. And you can do that like 4 or 5 times before you get to a corner. Such is the pleasure of driving this little trucky boy. Right, and now we get to the longest straight on the circuit. This is pretty much flat, this straight, up until we start getting to the hill up here. So we're going to see the true top speed of this thing. Right, head down, let go. And then, of course, we get to the hill of shame. So we didn't quite get to 120 k's there, I don't think, in a straight on flat. But now we've got the hill. We'll just keep it in 4th gear, because as soon as we go over the hill, we're going to throw in 5th gear, sorry, because as soon as we go over the hill, we're going to get that gravity assist on the way down as well. Oh, I don't know why I'm so far over to the right here. I guess to get the ideal racing line coming under the Bill Stein Bridge here, which I think I say differently and incorrectly every time I pronounce it. So sorry, Germans. Apologies. Oh, the reverb! There you go. But I think good news is we're going to be well under the 14 minutes and 5 seconds set by the Ligier, but by how much by, I don't know. If we can get under 12:30, that'll be an achievement, I think. But we've got 35 seconds to do that. Only a couple of corners left, but of course we haven't really got any speed to get to the line with. Now, this is the first time I've actually attacked this part of the course. I say attacked, I've shifted down once and then turned in. It's all so much easier. There should be a racing series of these, man. This would be a great way to hone your racing line, your racecraft. All the tyres are cold. We turn in, though, and the time is going to be at 12:15.471. 1 minute and 50 seconds faster than the Ligier JS8. And that was kind of relaxing, actually. I enjoyed that. It's nice to do a chill lap every now and then, just to really focus on racing lines and momentum. And this little mod is a lot of fun. I genuinely think it'd be fun to race these, maybe like in a special event. Have like a 10-15 minute race around some short tracks. It'll be just hilarious fun. Maybe I'll set that up at some point. Let me know if you're interested in that. But guys, hope you enjoyed the return to the Nordschleife Hot Lap series, and of course this absolute weapon, which is the Honda Acti truck. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe as well, to be made notified of future videos and future streams, of course. And I'll put the mod in the link in the description if you want to try this out at home. Before I go, of course, I've got to say a massive thank you to my patrons and to my sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Take care, have an awesome day, and I'll see you all next time.